I voted. I don't even know who's going.
Good evening. It is Tuesday, February 3rd, 2026, and it is 6:03 p.m. I'd like to welcome you all to our first County Council meeting of 2026. Madam Clerk, you take the roll, please.
Here.
Pugh,
Here.
Little,
Here.
Livingston,
Here.
Teratio, Weaver,
Here.
Cooper,
Here.
Aline,
Here.
Mackey,
Here.
English,
Present.
Newton.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Next is our invocation by the Honorable Derek Pugh.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I would ask that the Honorable Cheryl English please give us a prayer. Thank you, ma'am.
You're more welcome. I share people. Let us all look to the Lord. Father, it's in the precious name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, that we come to you now, Lord, thanking you for this opportunity, for this moment, for this time, giving you praise, giving you honor, and giving you glory, acknowledging your strength, your power, your deity. We just thank you, Lord, for your grace and your mercy. We ask you, O thou great Jehovah, to continue to lead us, guide us, and direct us, to continue to give us the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding in making the decisions, in moving Richland County to higher heights, in continuing to move this county in a positive direction. We are more than grateful for all that you've given us, for the things that you've placed in our hands. Father, continue to bless this staff and this council as we move forward. Bless the citizens of Richland County, oh God. We thank you, Lord, for all that you do for us. For these and all blessings we ask and thanks we give in the precious name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thank you, ma'am. And for those of you that can, please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Next is our approval of minutes. 4A is zoning public hearing December 16th, 2025, and 4B is the regular session meeting on January 6, 2026.
Move to approve items
Second.
4A and B.
The motion for approval of 4A and B.
I was just going to second.
Second, any discussion? Madam Clerk?
Yes.
Pugh,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
Livingston,
Yes.
Teratio,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Cooper,
Yes.
Aline,
Yes.
Mackey,
Yes.
English,
Yes.
Newton.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Next is the adoption of the agenda. Administrator Brown, do we have any additions or deletions to the agenda this evening?
No recommended changes, Madam Chair.
Attorney Wright?
No recommended changes.
Thank you. I'll entertain a motion.
So move, Madam Chair.
Second.
Motion and a second for adoption of the agenda. Any discussion? Madam Clerk?
Brenham,
Yes.
Pugh,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
Livingston,
Yes.
Teratio,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Cooper,
Yes.
Aline,
Yes.
Mackey,
Yes.
English,
Yes.
Newton.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Next is item 6, report of the attorney for executive session items. Attorney Wright, you're recognized.
Yes, Madam Chair. There are two items for executive session. 6A, discussion and legal advice concerning duties of the county administrator regarding Richland County Code 2-79 and 2-78 pursuant to South Carolina Code 30-4-70A1, and B, Columbia Richland Fire Stations pursuant to 30-4-70A2. Those are the only two items. It's my understanding there are no outside counsel for either of these matters.
Thank you. Per our rules, we would take up both of these items at our second executive session on our agenda this evening. Next is item 7, citizens.
Madam Chair.
Yes, ma'am.
I have a interpersonal privilege.
Yes, ma'am.
Many of you know that I have a student intern, and she had surgery over the Christmas holiday. And she is viewing us, she's still working, and I continue to bother her. And I told her that I would give her a wave. So I'm gonna ask my council members to please say hi, Constance, and just wave at her. Hi, Constance. Thank you all.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Next is item 7, citizens' input for items on the agenda not requiring a public hearing. Vice Chair Pugh, anyone signed up to speak this evening?
Yes, ma'am. We have two people that signed up to speak. When I call your name, if you could approach the podium nearest to you, state your name and your address for the record, and you have 2 minutes to speak. That first person is Ms. Gwen Singleton. Did I say her name right? Gwen Singletary. I apologize, ma'am.
Gwendolyn Singletary, and the address is 1029 Eastman Street, Columbia, South Carolina, 29203. Good afternoon, members of Richland County, County Administrator and staff. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you guys for this opportunity to speak to you, as well as thank you for your support of our Coalition of Community Fellows program we've had for the last 4 years. Across the country, we see a staggering situation where young people are seeing rising violence, we're seeing social tension, and we're seeing economic uncertainty. And unfortunately, it's happened to the worst of least of us, to our young people. In the Coalition of Community Fellows, we've come together to try to pick a program to minimize those issues with our young people. And I want to say our first folk to step up and help us with Richland County. We've had other folk to sponsor this program, but Richland County was the ones who stepped up first, and I thank you for that. We take this program on where we build strength by young people. We tell them they have a stake in the future and show them how they can do that. We help them with conflict resolution, building better relationships, step confidently into the workforce and beyond, and to be advocates for their communities. Over the course of the program, we teach them conflict resolution, anger management, problem solving, social appropriateness, interaction skills, things that are not necessarily always taught in school or sometimes not even by their parents. We build workforce readiness for these young people. We teach them financial literacy. We teach them professional norms, civic engagement, things that are not taught in school anymore because, as you know, civics is no longer taught in school. Now young people need to understand that. One of our major things we do is teach them the political, judicial, and social systems. And for you to be an advocate for your community, for you to make changes when need to be, you have to understand the system to change the system. So it's very important that we do that. We also work to prepare them better for school, as I said before, and for their work environment. We do programs that interact with people. We give them training outside the room and close as well in the room. And one of our major issues, I'm gonna bring this up right now, one of the major things we do is we bring them in and let them learn about the political system. And I have to say that over the last several years, we have a session this Saturday coming up. And our state senator, Tamika Isaac-Devine, will be there.
Gwen, that's your time. Thank you very much.
Madam Chair, I'd like to request a point of privilege.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Singletary, I just want to say that I had the opportunity from the beginning, for the inception of this program, to view what you've done in the community, and it is very much appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you. Vice Chair Pugh?
Yes, ma'am. So next we have, if I butcher your name, I apologize, but I think it's Zanaya Candy? Gant. Ma'am, if you could approach the podium, state your name and address for the record, and you have 2 minutes to speak.
All right. Hello, all. Thank you all for this opportunity. My name is Zanaya Gant. I am president of the NAACP Youth and College Executive Committee for South Carolina, and my address is 80 Brighton Hill Road, apartment 1124. So I am a proud product of this program, and I thank you so much, Ms. Gwen, for the opportunity to let me speak to you all. So I'm just going to give you a bit of a backstory of how I got into the program. So this was my my junior year in high school, and I didn't really understand much about public policy, government, and how things orchestrated and worked. So going into that, I thought I wanted to go to school for business, but then I had the opportunity to be in this program, and I learned about all of the public policies and the different ranks of government that we had. So I had an opportunity to sit down with people like Miss Gretchen over here, and then Miss Tyra Little, and I had the opportunity to build connections with people on not only the county council, but the city council, people like our Attorney General. We went to Washington, D.C. to visit the office of Mr. James Clyburn. So it's just a testament to see how young people can learn to be efficient throughout their community. With this program, it helped me to step up and be an advocate for my community. I love speaking and being a testament to what can really happen when we pour into our young people. So I ask that you all just keep pouring into this program, because this program will really help the young people, and it helped me certainly. So thank you all for my time to speak.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. And I think I may speak for all my colleagues when I say we appreciate your energy. Madam Chair, that concludes everyone to sign up to speak for that item.
Thank you. Next is item 8, citizens' input must pertain to Richland County matters not on the agenda. Items for which a public hearing is required or a public hearing has been scheduled cannot be addressed at this time. Vice Chair Pugh, we have anyone to sign up to speak this evening?
Yes, ma'am. We have one person sign up to speak. That's Mr. Lee Carroll, I'm sorry, sir, from Saving Our Children, Saving Our Kids.
Good afternoon. I think I should have spoken the other agenda, not in this one. But my name is Lee Carroll, Save Our Kids. My concern is, like I talked...
Can you give us your address, sir?
I'm sorry, 216 Singleton Drive.
Thank you, sir.
That's where the farm's located at. Save Our Kids never asked anybody for any kind of funding. We fund ourselves. What we want to do is to get county parks and rec, city parks and rec involved in youth. Because right now, all my brothers and sisters don't play basketball and they don't dance. We need other programs, educational programs for our youth. And that's about it. All right, thanks.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Madam Chair, that concludes everyone to sign up to speak for that item.
Thank you. Next, item 9, report of the county administrator. Administrator Brown, you're recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of council. Under general updates, I want to give you one update regarding my schedule. Beginning this week, I'll start the South Carolina Economic Development Association training. I know a number of you have gone through that program, and I will be going through that program beginning this week. So I just wanted to share that with you. And then I want to provide you some good updates related to the professionals that you have working here. So the first thing I want to do, Madam Chair and members of council, I want to recognize our procurement director, Jennifer Ladishkin. She has been asked to speak at the National Association of State Procurement Officials Conference. And I think that's awesome for us to continue to have people that are leading our organization being asked to present at conferences nationally around our United States. So if we could, just one moment, recognize Ms. Ladishkin for that opportunity. Next, I want to follow the agenda packet, but it will be some more recognition. If you look under item A2 on page 16, you will see that the Government Finance Officers Association awarded Richland County the Distinguished Budget Presentation Award. I mentioned this during the State of the County, but I just want to take a moment to, again, officially acknowledge the budget team directly. So Director Hammond, her team, as well as all of the folks who behind the scenes help facilitate us having a budget and ultimately also a finance office that both, again, were acknowledged for transparency and good documents, letting our information be open and available to the public. So to Director Hammond, again, to you and your team, thank you very much. And again, I want to just recognize them publicly as well. The next item under your agenda, again, is another recognition item, but again, it speaks to the professionals that you have here at Richland County. So you may have seen on our social media where we put out our own Director of Community Planning and Development, was one of the recipients of the American Institute of Certified Planners. She received that certification. And then many of you have also been working both at the locally with the community meetings and then recently at the Strategic Planning Forum with Mr. Matthew Smith, who was a part of that process. He also received that certification. And in your packet was noted also that we have a total of 4 individuals newly added with that certification, which included Mark Rydell Hoover and Rodney Tucker. So again, these folks are operating in an area of our community where planning is important. And I want to just tell you very briefly, if you look up what the AICP certification says, it says it is the only nationwide independent verification of planners' qualifications. So not only does it show academic ability, but it also shows work experience and mastery of essential skills required to serve the community effectively. So I just want to, again, take a moment and recognize these folks who have put in the additional time and effort to become certified and express through their work and their commitment to educational pursuits their ability to serve in the capacities that they serve. So I know there's a lot of hand clapping tonight, but I appreciate it. Now I want to move on to item A4. This item is the Community Planning and Development Conservation, the Historical Preservation Plan. And so we'd have tonight here Mr. John Grego, who's going to give a brief introduction. But then we do have someone online who's going to give us a brief presentation before we move on from this item. If you'll recognize Mr. Grego, Madam Chair.
Yes, thank you, Administrator Brown. And again, thank you to all the staff that was recognized this evening and for your continued effort and devotion to professional development. I know some of you are in the audience and didn't stand up, but it's all right. We see you and we are Yes, we're glad that you all continue to do what you do, so thank you. All right, you're recognized, Mr. Gregor, for the brief presentation. We're excited.
Yeah, 1 minute. Let's see, the Conservation Commission and Conservation Division are here tonight to present the Historic Preservation Plan prepared by Ethos Preservation. Council approved preparation of the plan in July 2024. As a matter of practice, the Conservation Commission, rather than pursuing projects in an ad hoc way, hires contractors to prepare plans and then takes the recommendations from those plans to develop individual projects. The plans are presented to council, and we then request council approval for individual projects as appropriate. Recently, the Lower Richland Tourism Plan was adopted as an appendix to the comprehensive plan so that additional county resources could be used to implement projects in the plan. We recommend adopting the Historic Preservation Plan as an appendix to the comprehensive plan as well. And now the presentation by Kim Campbell from Ethos Preservation. Thank you.
Thank you. Are they online or?
They are online, they are aware of the.
Okay, I just want to make sure we could see.
Yes, good evening. Do y'all need me to share the slides or do y'all have them up?
You're welcome to share them.
All right. Just going to send a request via Zoom. Well, good evening. My name is Kim Campbell. I'm a senior project manager here at Ethos Preservation, and I have a very brief presentation for y'all about what we did with this historic preservation plan. So, just to start with, a recap of our project goals. These were goals that were set out in your request for proposals, and the keys to that were evaluating the existing programs and the work and policies of the Richland County Conservation Commission. A key to this plan that was mentioned in all of the bid documents was stakeholder interviews and community engagement. Obviously, we wanted to identify preservation issues and opportunities, and of course, make recommendations for programs and policies related to historic preservation. Our process include multiple elements that were happening simultaneously. Of course, one key element was to visit Richland County and see all the wonderful historic places that were around. So there were field studies that were conducted. These were not necessarily comprehensive studies due to the time and the size and number of wonderful resources in Richland County, but we were able to get a really good sense of historically how land has fallen into different uses and what sorts of historic buildings and other resources might be present in those places. A key aspect of the plan was, of course, community feedback, and I will get into that more in just a moment. We also, as we were taking feedback and doing the field survey, we began to review our findings, pulling everything together, looking at the historical overview, what people had told us about the historic places that mattered to them and were deeply significant. We also did, of course, mapping, which helps illustrate a plan like this, and then take recommendations and conclusions. For the report itself, we wrote initial drafts, and then the RCCC was gracious enough to review drafts cover to cover for us on multiple occasions, along with staff's help. So that was able to help us refine our policy recommendations. After the initial draft, we took it into graphic design before having the final drafts reviewed. I want to spend just a moment going a little bit further into our community engagement process because it is so important in a plan like this. We did multiple forms of community engagement to learn exactly what historic places matter and were present in unincorporated Richland County. We did that through public meetings. There was one public meeting that was held in council chambers. We also had a location that we went to in Lower Richland County to meet some folks where they were at different times of day. We had meetings at 6, at 7, at noon, trying to reach as much of the community as we could. One key aspect, of course, is survey, because as many public meetings as you can have, sometimes people still need to respond when they have the time. We had an online survey available from November of 2024 through March of 2025. We also brought hard copies of that survey to the public meeting if folks were uncomfortable filling it out online. And then we also had a lot of one-to-one contacts with folks. We had early on, with the assistance of staff, identified key stakeholders to share with us their input. And we also had folks email, phone us, and visit us through the website that we set up and a link for this project, and they could share specific tidbits with us there. And finally, we also, as we were gathering names from public meetings and one-on-one interviews, phone contacts, website contacts, we gathered an email list. And so we were able to share with folks what was going on with the project and encourage them to share the survey with others and just expand our reach in that way. In addition to the plan itself, one of the key appendixes I want to draw your attention to is the recommendations priority matrix. So our recommendations and the goals are laid out in more detail further up in the plan itself, but in this portion in the appendix, you can get a quick summary of what's going on. The key goals and priorities came directly from what we were hearing at the community, what mattered most to them in terms of historic preservation and what was historic and what was most significant. Priorities are arranged in terms of 1 to 3 years, 1 to 5 years, or something that is a priority, but maybe doesn't necessarily have a key time frame at this moment. They fall into the various categories you can see below, as well as a priority level, and discuss which goals it is that they meet. And again, this is an appendix to the plan, but all of these are covered in much more detail within the plan itself. At this time, that's all I have for y'all, but I'm happy to take any questions that you might have.
Thank you so much. You did a great job, Kim.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Did anyone have any questions this evening? Yes, you recognize Ms. Newton.
Quick question, and I'm not sure who it's for. I noticed in our packet that the draft document is online. Are we requesting additional feedback on that document, or is it just there's an artifact to show people the product of their input?
So I'll have the team answer that question, but as I understand it, the draft is the culmination of the work that was done, and that in the present form, they're asking whether or not you would accept the document as drafted.
That answer your question? Okay. Any additional questions from the body? Was there anything else? Does that conclude?
Yes.
That concludes all that we had at Ethos,
Okay.
unless Mr. Grego has anything additional.
Any final words?
I just wanted to point out that
Microphone.
You got to come to the mic. Come on, close us out.
yeah, I just wanted to point out that our Historic Preservation Committee Chair, colleague Alman, is here with us as well.
Thank you so much for your service. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Administrator Brown?
Yes, ma'am. Members of council, so just for, again, future understanding, they are asking that you consider accepting this plan, which would then be an appendix to the comprehensive plan. So while you don't have to do that at this very moment, understand that that is the ask that you're being asked to do. All right, and if there are no questions.
Yes, ma'am, you're recognized. The motion for approval.
Second.
Second, any discussion? Ms. Newton?
Thank you,
You're
Madam
welcome.
Chair. So I took a look at that plan, but didn't know that I would be asked to accept it tonight. So I'm not personally ready to do that. So if that's the vote, then I'll vote no, not because I'm opposed to the objectives, but just because I'd like more time. Otherwise, I'd suggest that we defer this to a future date in case other council members also didn't have the understanding that we'd be asked to approve tonight.
Madam Chair, that.
Okay, I'm sorry, hold on. So, Ms. Teresa, did you have a discussion point, or you?
I just wanted to ask about the time sensitivity. So by when does it really need to be approved?
Administrator Brown?
I would say there is no specific time. It is the plan that would be used as a, what you call it, a resource point as you're making other financial decisions about how you invest in the community.
Councilman Cooper?
Thank you. So I totally agree with my colleagues here. We got a high-level, quick presentation that was done very well, but I do think that I just like to sit with it for a little bit longer so I can fully support it, because I do think it makes sense to have it go alongside of the plan that we're already that we already have before us. So I would definitely like for us to at least take at least one more week before we take this up again.
All right, so we had a motion for approval and a second. We're in discussion. If there's no further discussion, I will call for the vote.
Madam Chair, I can withdraw my motion.
Okay,
Move to defer until our next regularly scheduled council meeting.
Second.
a motion and a second to defer to our next council meeting, which is next Tuesday, February 10th. Any discussion?
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Yes.
I do have one question about costs. No one mentioned any cost involved in any of this. So can we get that information before next Tuesday?
The cost of how much they spent to develop the plan, or if there are costs associated with implementation?
The implementation, right.
So the acceptance of the plan does not specify any cost. It allows you to say, these are the things that you should consider as a part of your comprehensive plan when you're making investments in the community. So they are guiding tools to assist you. So it's not a specific cost associated with accepting the plan.
Okay.
Similar to our strategic plan, we all voted on our strategic plan. There are goals and objectives that we agree upon, but then we have to take later action to determine the spend attached to any of those tasks.
Okay, so we're not attaching any money to it at this point?
No, they were given, they had a plan done,
Okay.
it's being presented to us, saying this is their plan, and then we can move forward with anything after that. So they just want us to accept the plan.
I'm good.
Okay.
Thank you.
I see several hands. Teratio Newton? Which
Yes.
one? Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to say that I failed to fully comprehend that we have only 1 week between council meetings and not two. If it's possible, I'd like to amend my motion to defer to the March 3rd council meeting. Is my seconder okay with that? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, thank you.
Any further discussion? So we have a new motion now to defer this till our first meeting in March, which is March 3rd. We had a second, and now we're at discussion. There's no other discussion. I will call for the vote to defer until March 3rd, 2026. Madam Clerk?
Brenham,
Yes.
Pugh,
No.
Little,
No.
Livingston,
Yes.
Teratio,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Cooper,
No.
Aline,
No.
Mackey,
No.
English,
Yes.
Newton.
Yes.
Motion fails.
Madam Chair,
Recognized.
I'd like to make a motion to defer this item until next week's meeting, which is
February 10th.
February 10th. Thank you.
You're welcome. I have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Branham. Any discussion? Yes, ma'am. Ms. Teratio, you're recognized.
Just wanted to see if one of the reasons that I moved it, that I suggested a further deference was just to give folks a little more time. Is there? Yeah, okay, great, thanks.
Any further discussion? All right, Madam Clerk, would you call the vote for a deferral to Tuesday, February 10th on this item?
Brenham,
Yes.
Pugh,
No.
Little, Livingston,
Yes.
Teratio,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Cooper,
Yes.
Aline,
Yes.
Mackey,
Yes.
English,
Yes.
Newton.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Thank you. Administrator Brown, next
Yes,
item?
Yes, ma'am. I am now on item 9B1 under the administrator's nomination. The first item is a request to approve Calhoun County's request to purchase 1.30 wetland credits for the I-26 Industrial Park roadway improvements in Calhoun County. You will see there under the additional fiscal budgetary matters to consider. On page 18, it says these mitigation credit sales will generate $26,000, of which $24,440 will be returned to the Penny program, and $1,560 will be paid to Eco Capital for management fees. Staff's recommendation for this item is approval, and if approved, staff is also requesting reconsideration of this item.
Thank you. You've heard the administrator's report and recommendation. I'll entertain a motion.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion is second for approval. Any discussion? Yes, ma'am. Mr. Ratio, you recognized.
Thank you. I appreciate that, that we have reserved credits for the Penny One projects. I don't know if now's the time, but I just wanted to bring up that have we considered the needs for Penny Two yet in terms of mitigation credits?
The answer is yes, Councilmember Terratio. If you look under the wetlands credits, you will see on page 19 the available pot of wetlands credits that are reserved and those that are still available. So we are good in that area. The reason why we have not sold any additional stream credits is because we have reserved those for what we anticipate to be, if you will, Penny 2 project. So yes, ma'am, we have considered that.
Perfect. Thank you.
Just, for clarification, I like always to make sure we are clear and transparent. Everyone knows, sometimes we use jargon that folks don't know. So Penny 2 is the transportation Penny referendum that was voted and passed on the ballots in 2024 is what when we need 2, that is 24 referendum. Any further discussion? Madam Clerk?
Brenham,
Yes.
Pugh,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
Livingston,
Yes.
Teratio,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Aline,
Yes.
Cooper,
Yes.
Mackey,
Yes.
English,
Yes.
Newton.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Madam Chair,
Recognized.
move to reconsider.
Second.
Motion is second for reconsideration. Madam Clerk?
Brenham,
No.
Pugh,
No.
Little,
No.
Livingston,
No.
Teratio,
No.
Weaver,
No.
Cooper,
No.
Aline,
No.
Mackey,
No.
English,
No.
Newton.
No.
Motion fails.
Administrator Brown?
Yes, the next item and the final item under my report, 9B2, is community planning and development. It is a change order that we are requesting be approved. I believe it's showing your packet beginning on page 31. The change order would allow staff to increase the contractual amount of the agreement with Neelan Planning by $14,975, which will allow us to extend the use of the Reimagine Richland website, update the land use maps, include the Community Viz model add-on for the draft and final maps, and continue to provide team coordination. This has been an important part of the comprehensive planning process. Staff's recommendation is for approval. And again, if approved, staff's recommendation is also for reconsideration of this item.
Thank you. You've heard Administrator Brown's recommendation. I entertain a motion. The motion is second. Any discussion? Madam Clerk?
Brenham,
Yes.
Pugh,
Yes.
Little, Livingston,
Yes.
Teratio,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Cooper,
Yes.
Aline,
Yes.
Mackey,
Yes.
English,
Yes.
Newton.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Second.
Move to reconsider.
Second.
Thank you. Madam Clerk?
Brenham,
No.
Pugh,
No.
Little,
No.
Livingston,
No.
Teratio,
No.
Weaver,
No.
Cooper,
No.
Aline,
No.
Mackey,
No?
English,
No.
Newton.
No.
Motion fails.
Brown?
Madam Chair, members of council, that concludes my report on tonight.
Thank you. Next, item 10, report of the Clerk of Council. Madam Clerk, you're recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just want to remind that the South Carolina Association of Counties is holding a County Legislative Action Day on February the 18th, as well as the Institute of Government, which they will be holding the classes on February the 19th. So if you are looking to attend, please let me know. Again, the dates are February 18 to the 19, 2026. That concludes my report.
Thank you. Next is item 11, report of the chair. I just wanted to briefly talk about our recent strategic planning forum that happened earlier this month in Charlotte, and want to start off by publicly just saying a huge thank you to our staff that participated and helped to deliver that presentation and provide the information, but also extra special thank you to our planning department and our director of planning, Ms. Sanithia Williams. I really think that, and I feel good in speaking for all of my council members when I say we all truly enjoyed it. We appreciated the interactive activities that the planning department presented, and really the thought that went into making sure each one received individual attention related to their districts. And so I'm thankful to staff for your efforts brought forward. And I really believe as we start this year off right, we are future focused, and that helped us kick the year off in the right direction. And I look forward to us moving forward and sharing the comprehensive plan with the public here at Richland County, and actually moving forward on many of those initiatives. So thank you so much. For those of you here in the audience or listening online that want to learn more about our strategic forum, it is available on our website, where you can also listen and receive that information as well about our comprehensive plan. You're recognized, Vice Chair Pugh.
Thank you, ma'am. I want to echo the same sentiments. I think the strategic forums gets better and better every year, and I want to say hats off to the staff, Mr. Brown, your staff, Ms. Carrillo, your staff, Mr. Wright, your staff, everyone that had involvement with the strategic planning forum that took place in Charlotte. And I also would just like to say that the vice chair team won by default because the chair forfeited the games we had at the strategic forum. Thank you.
I'd given up my medal, Derek.
Councilman Weaver, you're recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Well, Councilman Pugh beat me to the punch. I was just going to thank our excellent clerk of council for her work, and her staff, Jackie and Michelle. Even with the sub-zero rail line that we took, it was still a great forum, and it was well planned and well organized. So thank you.
All right. Before we leave out of the report of the chair, I just really have to make sure we all know that sometimes Vice Chair Pugh doesn't always tell the whole story. But we'll leave that for another day. Next is item 12, open and closed public hearings. 12A, an ordinance amending the Richland County Code of Ordinances, Chapter 26, Land Development, amending Article 26-2, Administration, Section 26-3.3, Residential Base District, subsections H, R5, Residential 5 District, and R6, Residential 6, Subdivision Density and Dimensional Standards. Paragraph Standard 1, Lot Width, Minimum Feet, Subparagraph Notes, and amending Article 26-4. Use Regulations, Section 26-4.2, Principal Uses, Subsection D, Standards for Specific Accessory Uses and Structures, Subdivision, D2A2, Dwelling townhouses, so as to establish additional use specific standards for townhouse dwellings. This public hearing is now open. Vice Chair Pugh, do we have anyone to sign up to speak this evening?
Madam Chair, no one signed up to speak for that item.
Thank you. This public hearing is now closed. Next is item 12B, an ordinance amending the Richland County Code of Ordinances, Chapter 26, Land Development, amending Article 26-4, Use Regulations, Section 26-4.2, Principal Uses, Subsection B, Principal Use Table, and Subsection D, Standards for Specific Principal Use. Subsection D to A5, Manufactured Homes, so as to permit manufactured homes subject to special requirements within the Residential 3 zoning district. This public hearing is now open. Vice Chair Pugh, do we have anyone signed up to speak this evening?
Yes, ma'am. Madam Chair, we have 2 people signed up to speak. When I call your name, approach the nearest podium, state your name and address for the record, and you have 2 minutes to speak. The first person is Ms. Kim Murphy.
Good evening. Kim Murphy, 154 Old Laurel Lane, Chapin, South Carolina. On June 2nd, the Planning Commission recommended unanimously that staff's text be amended in their language. Their minutes confirm this. However, when this was presented to the Administration and Finance Committee and Council, that motion was not accurately placed in your documents. In fact, staff was given an opportunity to correct it, and it still has not been corrected. Staff's motion was manufactured home are permitted where there are manufactured home on lots that comprise 50% or more of the lots on the same side of the block or street as the lots in question are 50% of the subdivision. The Planning Commission's motion was manufactured homes are permitted where there are manufactured homes on lots that comprise 50% of the entire block or street. There's a big difference there. And I ask that you defer the final reading until the correct language can be added, and that you also see how this will be implemented. Also, there's a potential penalty to a property owner. Ms. Cooper, you'd appreciate this, I think, who would like to put a mobile home on a narrow lot with the side facing the street, as it was previously permitted when the property was zoned as MH. However, R3 does not permit any residences to be oriented with the side facing the street. In a private conversation with staff, they said that the property owner would not be allowed to place a mobile home on the lot, but could put a stick-built home. That is unfair to the property owner. Or, he said, a variance could possibly be approved, which could devalue an R3 stick-built subdivision based on the incorrect language that's in your ordinance right now. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, we have Ms. Yakima Smith. Ms. Smith, if you could state your name and address for the record, and you have 2 minutes to speak, ma'am.
Okay, hi, council. My name is Yakima Smith. My address is 13 Merganza Court, Columbia, South Carolina, 29203. Am I speaking in reference to the neighborhood in Heron Ridge? I heard y'all say something about Chapin. All right, okay. Yeah, I've been waiting well over a year for a decision so I can figure out what can be done with my property. If it is allowed for mobile homes to be out there like it was when I bought the property, there's no way for the door to face the road. That's why a lot of the mobile homes are in there sideways. And I just hope I can get an answer today. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ms. Smith. Madam Chair, that concludes everyone that signed up to speak for that item.
Thank you. Next is, can you wait till we're just in public hearing phase, so let me get through all the public hearings, then we can speak. Next is item 12C, an ordinance, this public hearing is now closed. Next is item 12C, an ordinance amending the Richland County Code of Ordinances by adding section 26-37 so as to establish a Board of Architectural Review. This public hearing is now open. Vice Chair Pugh, do we have anyone to sign up to speak this evening?
Madam Chair, no one signed up to speak for that item.
Thank you. This public hearing is now closed. Councilwoman Cooper, did you want to say something now or when we get to the item later? Okay. Yes, ma'am. Next is item 13, approval of consent items. 13A.
Chair,
You're recognized.
move to approve items 13A through E.
The motion for approval of 13A through E, is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion?
Madam Chair?
Yes, ma'am, you're recognized.
So I just want us to make sure, we deferred this item, I think, before, for the same reason that Ms. Murphy brought to our attention. And if it was my understanding that we'd already made these corrections in the previous motion, or we corrected it somehow while in the meeting.
This is 14A that you're talking about.
14A.
We're talking about 13.
Oh, I apologize. Please forgive me. Wrong one.
All right. Any other discussion related to 13A through E?
Madam Chair,
You recognize, Councilman Branham.
can I request a friendly amendment that 13A just be moved from the consent items. I just wanted to ask staff a couple questions. Can we move that to,
Madam
I
Chair.
mean,
I guess
you just want to remove it from this
14B.
vote right now? Because right now, I just want to make sure we're going to pull this out. What you're saying?
just for discussion?
Okay.
If that's okay.
Who made that motion? I'm
Madam
sorry.
Chair,
Yes.
I move to divide my motion, and I move to approve items 13B through E.
Second.
Any further discussion? All right. Madam Clerk, we're going to take a vote now on the approval of 13B through E.
Brenham,
Yes.
Pugh,
Yes.
Little, Livingston,
Yes.
Teratio,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Cooper,
Yes.
Aline,
Yes.
Mackey,
Yes.
English,
Yes.
Newton.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Madam Chair,
Recognize.
do these items require reconsideration? Move to reconsider items 13B through E.
Second.
Madam Chair.
Oh, no.
sorry.
Yes, yes, Attorney Wright. Go ahead, I'll let you say it.
No, I was just saying that they are second reading items.
Oh, I missed it.
So at least A, B, and C are second reading items, so that it would not be appropriate to reconsider.
Thank you. Then I withdraw that motion and move to reconsider items 13D. I'm looking at you slowly, make sure I'm correct for this time, and E.
Thank you. Thank
D
you.
and E.
Any discussion? All right, Madam Clerk, can you call the vote for reconsideration of 13D and E?
Brenham,
No.
Pugh,
Oh.
Little,
No.
Livingston,
No.
Teratio,
No.
Weaver,
No.
Cooper,
No.
Aline,
No.
Mackey,
No.
English,
No.
Newton.
No.
Motion fails.
Councilman Branham, what action did you want to take on 13A, sir?
I just had a question for staff. If somebody could approach the podium from the planning
I'm sorry.
department.
Okay, well,
Okay.
let's do it correctly. All right. Administrator Brown, we would like to have discussion around item 13A. Typically, we would have a motion to have some type of discussion
Sure.
to entertain questions, sir.
Well, I'll move to approve it.
Okay, thank you.
Second.
The motion is second for approval of 13A. Hearing discussion. If you would provide your question, I'm sure Administrator Brown can direct the appropriate staff to the microphone to answer.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
This new proposed ordinance section related to townhomes. And was just trying to read through it closely since this is a third reading. And the side yard setback is 5 feet minimum between the end units of a row and a side lot line. It just seemed super close, 5 feet. Anytime I see structures and I'm thinking about there might be a need for like a service vehicle to enter to the back, I'm just worried about them being able to access it. So I thought to myself, well, geez, maybe 10 feet or 15 feet would be enough for a service vehicle approach. So if somebody could talk to me about the basis for the 5 feet, that would be helpful.
Yes, sir. So the first thing I'll do is I'll recognize the Community Planning Development Director, Sunithia Williams. I know we have other people in attendance, and then if there are additional feedback for additional staff members, we will move forward with that. Okay. She's asked me to acknowledge the Deputy Director, Mr. Geo Price. So, Madam Chair.
Yes, sir. You recognize Mr. Price, Deputy Director Price.
Yes, sir. Councilman Branham, that's the same language that came from the previous land development code as far as the 5-foot setback. That 5-foot setback, of course, would be taken from the side property line. I think, but it would all, on that same side would probably be a road on that side also. And I don't think it would impede any access to the rear of the properties.
So, I mean, we do see townhome developments where there's more than one building and no road in between them.
Yes, sir.
Is this saying that they would only need to be 5 feet apart from each other?
Well, in that case, it would be 10 feet.
Okay, because
If there were two units side by side.
units required to be its own
Yes, sir.
parcel of land. Okay, so it'd be 5 feet on each parcel.
So that structure with the 7 dwelling units in it, next to another structure with the 7 dwelling unit in it, would have a 10-foot setback between those.
Okay, thank you.
Any further discussion? All right, the motion was for approval of 13A. Madam Clerk?
Branham,
Yes.
Pugh,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
Livingston,
Yes.
Teratio,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Cooper,
Yes.
Aline,
Yes.
Mackey,
Yes.
English,
Yes.
Newton.
Yes.
Motion approved.
That was a third reading item, so do we need to do anything else with it?
I would say not tonight, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Next is 14A, third reading items. I'll entertain a motion unless you want me to read it all. But
I'll move to approve so we can have discussion.
Second.
motion and second for approval of 14A, which is the ordinance amending Chapter 26, land development related to manufactured homes. Any discussion? You recognize. Ms. Cooper.
Okay, so this is the right one.
Okay.
So I just want to make sure that what was brought up earlier, that we did address this, because I know this was a conversation that we had before. And I just want to make sure that we're approving what came from the Planning Commission. And if we're not, then I do also remember in previous conversations, we could do so at this time as a part of the motion if we did not do that. Attorney Wright, do you know what we have before us and how we should proceed if we don't have what we need?
Right. It's my understanding that Mr. Price did have some changes to be made for this reading. If there's anything else that you would want to add, yes, this would be the time to recommend what other changes that you would want.
And if I may, Madam Chair,
Yes.
just to make sure, and I guess I'll direct this to Director Price, to make sure that we have all of the proper revisions as they came from the Planning Commission before us. It looks
Recognize Deputy Director Price.
Thank you. Yes, so the language that you have, I believe on page 63, you'll note that there is some language that's in blue. So based on from our last meeting, what we had to do was we did go back, we went through the minutes of the Planning Commission. And so what we had to do is incorporate that additional language, and that is what you see that's reflective in the blue, the font before you.
okay. And thank you, sir. I just wanted to make sure, because we've heard from my constituent a couple of times, and I've had many conversations with her, and this has been definitely a long time coming, but we want to make sure that since it's been so long, that we do approve what is needed and what the intent was coming out of Planning Commission. So I just wanted to verify that so that, people in Heron Ridge can have a good night's sleep tonight and moving forward. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Madam Clerk?
Branham,
Yes.
Pugh,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
Livingston, Teratio,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Cooper,
Yes?
Aline,
Yes.
Mackey,
Yes.
English,
Yes.
Newton.
Yes.
Motion approved.
All right, next is second reading items, 15. 15A, an ordinance amending the Richland County Code of Ordinances by adding section 26-37 so as to establish a Board of Architectural Review. I entertain a motion.
Move to approve.
Motion and second for approval. Any discussion?
Madam Chair.
You recognize, Councilman Weaver.
I do understand the intent of some of this. However, I will be voting no because I'm concerned, as I brought up before, on how this would affect neighborhoods with existing covenants and restrictions. In other words, if they were in unincorporated Richland County, even though they had their own covenants, it seemed like, if I understood correctly, our staff, this would override the covenants. So I have a lot of questions in this regard, so I'll be voting no tonight.
Thank you.
Madam Chair.
You recognize, Councilman Branham.
And I understand the creation of the board is necessitated by the adoption of the Olympia Neighborhood Master Plan, if I got the terminology right there. But at the same time, this board, if additional master plans are adopted that call for review by a Board of Architectural Review, this would be that same board. It wouldn't, this board isn't just for Olympia. Is that right?
Administrator Brown, can someone confirm that question?
Yes, we can have the team confirm that question. That is my understanding, but I see Director Synethia Williams shaking her head affirmatively. That is correct, Councilman Branham.
Thank you.
Madam Chair?
You recognize, Councilman Newton.
Thank you. Mr. Weaver made a statement, and I just want to confirm that that's correct, that can our Architectural Review Board overturn existing covenants? I mean, I don't know how that would work.
Good afternoon. So the Board of Architectural Review would only be reviewing any appeals to the architectural standards related to currently the Olympia overlay or any future overlays that are conducted. The county does not get involved with covenants or restrictions that are done by homeowners associations, things like that. It would just be any architectural standards associated with that particular overlay.
Thank you.
Any further discussion? Oh, yes, Mr. Livingston, I apologize.
Now, is this a countywide board or just for Olympia?
It is a countywide board, but right now, the only architectural standards that the county has adopted are the ones associated with the Olympia overlay. So if in the future, after we adopt the comp plan and look at other areas that may need architectural standards, instead of creating a separate board, those standards, any appeals to those standards would also come to the same board.
Board has final say at the appeal process.
The appeal process is similar to the Board of Zoning Appeals. So appeals would not necessarily come back to council. They would go through, I believe it's the administrative law court. If the board made a decision and someone appealed to the board, it would follow the same process as the Board of Zoning Appeals.
Council can have no effect on the board.
Correct. When it comes to the appeals, correct, sir.
Further discussion? Yes, ma'am. Ms. Cooper, recognize.
So I do want to add that this is a board that came through rules and appointment. So even though we don't necessarily have any impacts on the decisions they make, we do appoint for this board. So that is the connection with council. So with like all the other boards that come through rules and appointment, this one is a new one. However, we will be appointing for that board as well.
Any additional discussion? Councilman Branham, I'm sorry, Councilman Livingston. I'm sorry, Mr. Branham. Councilman Livingston, the next part of your question.
This will only apply to the exterior of facilities?
That is correct. The Olympia overlay is only related to the exterior of the building, or structures, not the interior.
Councilman Branham.
I was just going to say, I see potential benefit for a board like this to exist and that might begin to help communities throughout the unincorporated county. I think one of the things that communities maybe have missed in Richland County is something like this that does exist within maybe the city of Columbia or other towns maybe, And so instead of them having to seek out annexation, or maybe it's not even an option to be annexed into an existing city, they got to try to incorporate now so that they can create a charm or a character that they want to preserve or promote. This is going to provide an avenue for them to do that without having to be annexed or incorporating and becoming a town or city.
Thank you. And I think to make sure we're all clear, with the caveat that right now it only applies to the Olympia Mill overlay. So only that applies right now. So this is not something that can just be used broadly on anybody. It's only the Olympia Mill overlay, which is why we are even voting on this right now. All right, hearing no further discussion, we'll have a vote for approval of 15A. Madam Clerk?
Branham,
Yes.
Pugh,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
Livingston,
Yes.
Teratio,
Yes.
Weaver,
No.
Aline,
Yes.
Cooper,
Yes.
Mackey,
Yes.
English,
Yes.
Newton.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Next is item 16, first reading item 16A, an ordinance authorizing a deed for the conveyance of a portion of 401 Powell Road, TMS number R14500-03-03 to Gateway Development Company. I entertain a motion.
So moved.
Motion is second. Any discussion? Madam Clerk?
Branham,
Yes.
Pugh,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
Livingston,
Yes.
Teratio,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Aline,
Yes.
Cooper,
Yes.
Mackey,
Yes.
English,
Yes.
Newton.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Thank you. Next is item 17, other items.
Madam Chair,
You're recognized.
move to approve items 17A through H.
Second.
Motion is second for approval of 17A through H. Any discussion? Madam Clerk?
Branham,
Yes.
Pugh,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
Livingston,
Yes.
Teratio,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Cooper,
Yes.
Aline,
Yes.
Mackey,
Yes.
English,
Yes.
Newton.
Yes.
Motion approved.
I entertain reconsideration.
Move to reconsider?
Second.
Motion is second for reconsideration of 17A through H.
Yes.
Okay. Any discussion? Madam Clerk?
Branham,
No.
Pugh,
No.
Little,
No.
Livingston,
No.
Teratio,
No.
Weaver,
No.
Cooper,
No.
Aline,
No.
Mackey,
No.
English,
No.
Newton.
No.
Motion fails.
Thank you. We're now at item 18, executive session, and we do have two items from earlier, I believe. Attorney Wright, you recognized.
Yes, we have two items, A pursuant to South Carolina Code 30-4-70A1, and B pursuant to South Carolina Code 30-4-70A2.
Thank you. I'll go in, I'll entertain a motion to go into executive session for items 6A and B.
So move, Madam Chair.
Second.
Motion is second. Any discussion? Madam Clerk?
Branham,
Yes.
Pugh,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
Livingston, Teratio,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Cooper,
Yes.
Aline,
Yes.
Mackey,
Yes.
English,
Yes.
Newton.
Yes.
Motion approved.
We're now in executive session. Entertain a motion to come out of executive session.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second come out of executive session. Madam Clerk?
Brenham? Pugh?
Yes.
Little? Livingston? Teratio? Weaver?
Yes.
Cooper?
Yes.
Aline?
Yes.
Mackey?
Yes.
English?
Yes.
Newton?
Yes?
Motion approved.
Thank you. We're now in executive session. Please let the record reflect that we went into executive session.
Out of executive session, Madam Chair.
What did I say?
Now in.
Sorry. We're now out of executive session. Out. We went in executive session to discuss items 6A and B, and no action was taken. Next on our agenda is 19, motion period. I did not receive any motions for this meeting this evening. And then item 20, adjournment.
So moved, Madam Chair.
Second.
Motion and second for adjournment. Madam Clerk?
Brenham?
Yes.
Pugh?
Yes.
Little? Livingston?
Yes.
Teratio? Weaver?
Yes.
Cooper?
Yes.
Aline?
Yes.
Mackey?
Yes.
English?
Yes.
Newton?
Yes.
Motion approved.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you.